Global happenings today. We communicate. We analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to our channel. Finally, the suspended governor, similarly, Fubara, have decided to address a lot of issues. Don't forget that it has been trending for a while now that he has gone begging his former boss, nyesom, Wike, the FCT minister, and the former governor of Rivers State, not just begging, but literally prostrating and calling him Maoga, despite the fact that women, Rivers women, were actually on the street insisting MBA, lawyers, Nigerians generally have been shouting and screaming that this whole thing is unconstitutional and Ibasete is illegally put in a place where he ought not to be. He had said to address that and also speak to the workers. Don't forget it is May Day. Happy New Month and Happy Workers' Day to all workers in Nigeria and, of course, Nigerians in diaspora. Before going to the newspaper to find out all the messages, we'd like you to subscribe to our channel. Let's start with the message he left to workers in Rivers State and Nigeria as a whole. It's a Workers' Day 2025. Governor Fubara celebrates Rivers workforce, urges continued protection of workers' rights. As the nation marks Workers' Day 2025, Rivers State Governor, His Excellency Sir Siminalayi Fubara, has extended warm greetings and heartfelt commendation to the hardworking men and women who drive the state's progress. In a message of solidarity and appreciation, Governor Fubara praised the resilience, dedication, and professionalism of the Rivers workforce, particularly in light of ongoing challenges to democratic governance in the state, and described their commitment as the backbone of the state's development and beacon of hope for a better future. Governor Fubara said that this year's theme, ensuring safety and health at work in a changing climate, underscores the urgent need to protect workers amid escalating environmental threats and socio-political uncertainties, and stress the importance of prioritizing occupational safety and well-being as essential pillars of sustainable growth. He acknowledged the efforts of the federal government under the leadership of the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu GCFR in advancing labor reforms and protecting climate-conscious policies. And supporting a healthier, safer working environment nationwide. Governor Fubara expressed deep gratitude to Rivers workers who, despite political turbulence and governance disruptions, continue to demonstrate patriotism, integrity, and unwavering commitment to duty, emphasizing that their sacrifices form the cornerstone of the state's stability and advancement. Reaffirming his administration's dedication to workers' welfare, the governor called on all employers, public and private, to respect labor laws and uphold the rights and dignity of every. He advocated for continuous improvement in working conditions to reflect both legal standards and moral responsibility. Governor Fubara offered prayers for divine wisdom and guidance for all leaders, pledging that his administration will remain steadfast in creating a work environment that nurtures dignity, opportunity, and prosperity for all. He encouraged the people of Rivers State to stay hopeful and united, assuring them that the forces of justice, peace, and progress will prevail in the end. And this is signed by Nelson Chukwu, Chief Press Secretary to the Governor. And of course, this issue of he prostrated, he did not prostrate, has to, be cleared once and for all, because Nigerians have wondered, how did we get to this level where Fubara visited the former governor of Rivers State and the present FCT minister, prostrating and begging, calling him Maoga? Well, according to Honorable Chibumo Ehichemeti, that's I think is the former Port Harcourt chairman, he says someone did not lie down on the ground to beg or lobby to be governor, cannot also do same to remain as one. In war, no one party takes all the blame, so needless the propaganda of a particular group. Begging, okay, I take that again. Said in war, no one party takes all the blame, so needless the propaganda of a particular group begging. Genuine reconciliation comes with negotiations and shifting of grounds by all the parties involved, and not begging. Ignore the lies of begging. Even if you be Momo self, no be every lie you suppose hear and believe now. Abba, even if it tickles your fancy or massages your calm's ego. We need peace for the development of Rivers State. Governor Siminalayi Fubara is in very high spirit and passionately committed to the peaceful development of Rivers State. No one he will not do. I take that again. He said, one he will not do with his knees on the ground, no matter how humble you think he is. Now, this is looking like it, more like it. I know that Fubara is one person that usually would not like to grant an interview on things like that. But we also have seen him being very humble. In fact, annoyingly so. Someone who is a sitting governor who could have easily done the needful. Some persons, even me that I'm not a governor, I know that there's some certain things I will not tolerate. Having given constitutional powers, very mighty constitutional power, Fubara refused to exercise even 20% of it. Instead, he said, I'm suing for peace. It's good to sue for peace. But even the Holy Book also mentioned that the same shepherd, the same sheep is also the lion of the tribe of Judah, which means he knows how to move part time, depending on the situation and time. But Fubara, probably because of how he found himself, maybe, some person say because he was handpicked, quote unquote. We all know that truth, that everybody thought he was a Wike's boy. Everybody thought that he was going to be doing the whims and caprices of Wike. Everybody thought that Wike would be running through him a third term. And for whatever reasons, for the stroke of luck or for the hand of God, he resisted and he became Rivers governor instead of Wike's puppet. Became Rivers governor, and the people grew to love him. And so one would understand why when he was supposed to use his powers, executive powers, very mightily, he refused. He decided to go the legal way. He decided to obey the rule of law. He decided to be constitutional about his ways and never using the cane. Instead, we're just literally using the carrot. But in all of this, one expected him to and for whatever reasons, he only talks to Rivers people anytime there's a celebration. It's a celebration. He spoke Workers' Day, he's speaking, but every other thing concerning the issue of governance, if he's at fault, what he has done, what he has been doing secretly or openly, he refuses to comment. And that's why propagandas are flying here and there. But the information that is coming from the camp of nyesom Wike is the fact that, yes, he not only did not beg, he begged, he prostrated, and he was calling him Maoga. But I believe there's an element of truth in the fact that he probably went to his house. It was private residence, because of which, if you listen to what Hero said, he didn't deny that. It said there's reconciliation and war, two parties reconcile. It doesn't mean that all the bulk of the blame should be on one party and there's no negotiation. But one thing is said that is quite emphatic, because I remembered when Fubara was still very much in power. He said that he will not give his kidney, and he will not go on his knees to govern Rivers State. I pray in all honesty that he stands true to his words and not equivocate, because most Nigerians, MBA, most lawyers, people of conscience, diasporans, Nigerians living in diaspora, even the world is watching. Riverians, old men, pensioners, they're all watching, wanting their governors back. And him doing that is like throwing them under the bus. And I, in all honesty, I truly pray and hope that Fubara, the suspended governor, will not throw anyone under the bus. May God give him the grace to wither the storm. Because truly speaking, he is constitutionally right in everything he does. But he shouldn't seek a political solution. He should get his mandate. But then again, he's actually the one at the center of this all. It's up to him to make the decisions finally. That's what we're going to wrap it up. We're only going to give him suggestions. Let's put in our comment section what's to take.